Alright, so hello everyone. For today, it's now the second week of my journey to 200 kilograms total. Uh, for now, I actually skipped the cardio since I did a lot of it during the morning, so I thought it would be kind of redundant to do it again, and I just came from training a client. Don't worry, I am vaccinated with the first dose, and the people I'm training in person are also vaccinated. So anyway, I immediately went to banded activations for this. So just the usual with the band. I really need to buy a new band because the one I have right now it's actually about to die and it could snap any moment. And I actually could get hurt. But getting hurt is just something you get used to. Anyway, so I actually wasn't able to film all that much, so I'm keeping a lot of the stuff here unedited. As you can see, I'm actually a very big fan of warming up without shoes, except for when I actually start the bar warm-up. As you can see, I'm already going to be wearing my weightlifting shoes. Absolutely love the Adidas Adipowers. I actually had Nike Romaleos prior to this, but the 3XD, yeah, but I prefer the Adipowers a lot more. Yeah, just getting a bit more shoulder warm up because today was a pretty heavy 10 sets of snatches and clean and jerks, all for singles, but still, it's still been pretty tiring. Actually, what I loved about today's session is that I actually didn't feel all that tired, all things considered. It could be due to having a pretty good recovery prior. Had a great 2 days to recover, so a lot of food, which is why I'm looking kind of chunkier than usual. So yep, proceeding more to overhead squats. The overhead squats and the snatches have been going really great ever since I adjusted my width, the width of my snatch, of my receiving in the snatch, and the width of my feet. Helps me to get a better receiving position under and just catch the bar better. Yeah, I really need to buy a headband. My hair is just getting in the way a lot. As you can see, getting a lot. I'm actually really proud of myself for how explosive a lot of these snatches are going, and it's something that I hope to improve more on because something that I personally feel is that I'm lacking a lot of power off the floor and into the whole thing, which is why I think it should what I think is kind of irrelevant because I should be focusing on the program that Dara has me on. So I'm really just focusing on that, getting the work done, and just trusting my coach basically, which is something that everyone should do. Because honestly, if you don't trust your coach, then what's really the point? You're not gonna follow whatever he's gonna say. You're just gonna end up doing your own thing. Now for the warm up, he actually hasn't changed that much, so I'm just sticking to my usual warm up. So it usually consists of a pull followed by a power and then the full lift. And so just really breaking down each movement and working on some of my problems such as a early toe rising and stuff like that. Alright, so for the first main set, it's actually pretty good, moved really well. And actually, as you can notice, they actually get better as the sets go on, so I'm not sure if that's more of I'm warming up too quickly. Oh, except for that one actually rocked me behind a bit, so I had to adjust and keep the weight a bit more forward, keeping shoulders forward. There we go. And something that I've noticed is that I'm actually starting to go slide back instead of, which is what you'd see most weightlifters do. Oh, if you noticed, the sound got a lot quieter. It stopped raining. Today has been actually kind of rainy. Didn't enjoy it, especially since I have to walk the dog a lot, and I do not enjoy drying my dog. Anyway, so there we go. I think this is the last set, and beautiful. Oh no, I still have one more. Sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. You can see that I moved back, and I think that has more to do with the fact that I'm starting to really explode more with the hips, really just drive that bar vertically up. Now for the clean and jerks, it was substantially easier compared to last week. The 10 sets of singles from last week were just absolutely horrible, but for today it actually felt a lot better. Jerks, the jerk is literally quite being a jerk to me because I still cannot get that footwork down, especially in the split position. It still feels very unnatural for me to bend my back leg. When I told Dar about this, we're still working out what could be the actual problem, if it's shoulder tightness, even though I don't really feel all that tight in my shoulders, or if it's something else. But we'll figure it out. And here's 70 kilos on the bar. Oh, the receiving for that was good, but the recovery was really bad. Yeah, I took like 1,000 steps just to correct it. Anyway, here's the first set at 80. Yep, rain starting to pick up back again. Oh, it really started. Oh, by the way, when the rain started picking up again, I actually lost a little focus, so I have to keep. It was a distraction, but it taught me that I still need to keep a lot more focus. The cleans for today were again still went really good. Yeah, cut my jerk kind of short there, so I had to get a better. What's the proper term? Just jerk it better. Yeah, jerks are still not there. That's kind of my issue for the early sets, that my jerks don't look as well, and the jerks would improve. The heavier it got, the jerks actually got better, up to a certain point, of course. And I'm noticing that, I didn't notice it. Dara pointed out that for the clean, I shouldn't spend too much time during that third pull and just really get under the bar quicker. And as a reference, he told me to look at such a horrible jerk. Anyway, he told me to search up Anton Pliesnoy, and I gotta agree. Although I'm not that much of a fan of Anton cutting off his extension pretty short. Cutting his extension short during the clean. I think it should be good for people that really overemphasize that third pull, like what I'm doing. So yeah, just need to do it quicker. Now that jerk was kind of okay. I don't know how much more jerks. I think this is the 9th set or 8th. I'm not sure. All I know is I wasn't able to record the first set of clean and jerks. Camera bugged out. Better. The dip. Remember how last week my knees were caving in a lot during the dip? It actually kind of fixed itself at this point. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Oh yeah, this is the last set because I decided that I wanted to just rack it instead of taking off the weight and putting on extra weight for the back squat. So for today, last week I mentioned that I didn't like how my back squats were, especially my sets were look different each set. So I really focused on keeping every rep the same, which is basically what I did with the front squats last week and the back squats during the last session. So yeah, really despite the higher rep range of this, this was 6 sets of 8, I still made sure that to keep the quality there, the speed quality, took it braced in each and every rep, just to keep it consistent, because again, strength is a skill that you need to work on. And speaking of a skill that you need to work on, just this is just a little segue. It doesn't really have anything to do with the journey. But with my client right now, we're moving towards a. He's been really he's part of the masters category at this point. He's a masters athlete in terms of age, but he's not really an athlete. He's a cyclist, but he wants to get into more general fitness. So I've been working with him and his wife now for 3 weeks, and the progress that they made in those 3 weeks is amazing. It actually feels really, really good for me personally as a coach to see the progress that my clients and to see their confidence grow with each passing week. We started the first week with just 2 sets of 8, and then now we're doing 3 sets of 10 at moderately light weights, just because since they are part of that 40 plus age range, I want to pattern in that move. I want that quality movement pattern so that they don't injure themselves, and just making them do a lot of compound lifts. I'm not making them do any sort of bodybuilding work yet, just a lot of foundational movements, a vertical push, vertical press, vertical pull, horizontal pull, with upper body, lower body, so a lot of squatting, a lot of I'm not making them do barbell deadlifts just yet, in fear of their straining their back, even though it hasn't been an issue so far with the dumbbell RDLs. But overall, their progress is great, and I'm really proud of them. Anyway, back to the squats. So for the squats, yeah, I'm just really repping away here. Yep, just a few more. Oh right. During this set, I think this is the 5th set, definitely, when I remember that my foot started sliding out a bit more than it should. So yeah, there we go. And by this time I was really wrecked, but I still needed to push through and finish everything. Finish strong. Right. Last set of 8. Boy, I'm very chunky. I really should be cutting down my calories again. I don't want to be a 73. I really just want to stick to at least 69, 70 kilogram range. So the option to go to 67 is there, but if I ever compete, I probably will just not bother with the weight cut and just stick to being a light 73 instead of trying to maximize it. Come on, push. Oh no, come on, let's go. And there we go. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe for more as we go through this together to a 200 kilogram total.